Xenoblade Chronicles X is the first game in the series to have online features. You can play together with other people in real time and you can get rewards that let you avoid grinding for materials. Some of these features are not the most intuitive and some of the most helpful mechanics are just not explained by the game. So this video will go over everything you can do with the online functions in Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I'm telling you, by using these mechanics it can almost feel like you're cheating your way through the game. And you can cheat in some of your other favorite games with the sponsor of this video, Xmod. Xmod is a platform that provides mods and cheats for over 5,000 PC games, and it makes applying the mods as easy as it can be. Simply have Xmod opened while you're playing a game, click on whatever mod you want to activate, and Xmod will make it happen within the game. For example, in RPGs like Clair Obscur, you can give yourself all the experience you want so you don't have to grind. In Monster Hunter Wilds, you can break the game by giving yourself infinite health or enable quality of life features like showing enemy health bars. Xmod supports every popular PC game like Oblivion, Hollow Knight, the Persona series and much more. If you go to the website xhubplay.com/xmod, you can download the program from there. They even have a live customer service that you can always contact in case you run into any problems. Xmod is free to try out at first, so check it out using the link in the description or the pinned comment. And now let's get back to Xenoblade X. So, by interacting with the various online mechanics, you can get a unique resource, namely tickets. Tickets can be traded in at the material market in the online menu, and this can be an actual lifesaver. Some higher tier augments or craftable skells require materials from level 90 enemies or so many materials that you would need to spend 20 minutes farming the same enemy for them. Using tickets can save you so much time. But something to note, there is currently no way to sort the material list from the online market. So, when you're looking at the materials you need to craft an augment or a skell, press the Y button to track them. These materials will then be highlighted on the map and in the material market as well. Anyway, the three ways of getting tickets are with squad tasks, blade scouting and blade missions. I'll explain how all three of them work in the rest of this video. Every time you boot up the game after chapter 3, it will ask you if you want to join an online squad. What does that even mean? Well, squads are simply groups of up to 32 people that are currently playing the game. If you choose quick assignment, you're put into a random group, but you can also join friends if they're already online or make your own private squad. This group system only exists for two reasons. One is that you can only do multiplayer missions with the people from the same squad you're in. I'll get back to this later. Two is that every hour there are tasks exclusive to each squad. You can check them by pressing the right stick and then pressing left on the D-pad. Those squad tasks consist out of defeating a certain amount of specific enemies or collecting certain items. You get 3 tickets for every normal enemy you kill, 5 for every collectible you find, and 6 for every tyrant you defeat. If your squad fulfilled the amount requirement from one of the 5 tasks, every player that's currently in it will get rewarded with 10 tickets. And when all 5 tasks are completed, everyone in the group will get an extra 20 tickets. The objectives reset if the time runs out or if all previous goals are met. The idea behind this is that every squad member makes a small contribution. But in reality, there will be many times where most players in your squad aren't even trying to complete the objectives. This could be a positive, however, since that means you can claim more of the rewards for yourself. Squad tasks can be a convenient way to get some tickets while you're exploring as an early or mid-game player. There are more efficient ways, but they might not be easily accessible depending on how powerful you are. Before we get to the actual multiplayer, there's one other mechanic with the blade scouting. Next to mission control, you can pay some credits to hire the main character from other players. They will then help you during battles as an AI controlled party member. This can give rewards to the person you're hiring and to yourself. The person you're hiring will get money and some random collectibles, while you can get tickets if you level up the scout level of your hired characters. This just means that you need to give them some experience points. With enough experience, your hired hands will reach scout level 1, then 2, and they will max out at level 3. For every level, the scouts will give you tickets. At level 2, you'll get a random collectible from the overworld alongside that, and at scout level 3, they'll give you a precious resource. Yeah, that's what they're called, precious resources. They're materials that you usually get from mining with Frontier Nav. You do get more tickets from higher leveled scout members, but of course, they will need more experience as well. The fastest way to farm tickets right now is to recruit 3 level 99 scouts and to defeat a big group of overworld enemies to get all of them to scout level 3 immediately. If you're interested in this farming method, I'll leave a link to a video from NL that explains this in detail. This is the fastest way to farm tickets, but only if you're strong enough to defeat relatively high leveled enemies quickly. If you're not quite there yet in terms of power, just remember that there are still squad tasks and our next subject, blade missions. Okay, this is how you can actually play together with your friends. In the back of your blade barracks, you can find the network console. Here you can access blade missions, which include online missions, time attack and support missions. You can still do all of these on your own with your normal party members, but you can also recruit other people to play together in real time. If you start recruiting for an online mission, everyone in your current squad will get a notification and only the players from that squad can then join you at the network console. I have to say that the chance of random people joining you is small. There are at most 31 other players in your squad, and it can happen that some of them drop everything they're currently doing to join a stranger, but you have to be lucky for that. If you want to play together with someone, it's better to ask people in a server or to notify your friends outside of the game. With that said, let's get into the specifics of the missions. Time attack and support missions are always the same and they're always available, even when you're offline. So I'll only discuss the online missions for the remainder of this video. When you start the game up, it tells you if the Yggdrasil and Telefia missions are currently active. These are unique online missions known as Nemesis Battles, where you fight significantly leveled down versions of one of those two endgame enemies. Specifically in those missions, the Yggdrasil and Telefia can revive themselves over and over as long as they have resurrection points or RP remaining. The goal of these battles is to fight them for 8 minutes straight to see how many times you can kill them, or in other words, how much RP you can take from them. Every player around the world works together to drain the total RP of these monsters, and they will run away if their RP reaches 0, which means you can't fight them again for a while. After they run away, you can claim some rewards based on how well you did, and they'll usually respawn again in a few days. You can get the materials from the Yggdrasil enemies and the Telefia with these missions, which is really good because the only other way to get them is from fighting the level 90 versions of them in the base game or from the material market at a high price. You don't get any tickets from these battles however, and most people don't even use the materials from this. Some of us just like seeing how much RP we can get in 8 minutes. And finally, there are the other online missions. Every one of these is tied to a specific squad task. So, every time your tasks rotate, you'll get different missions as well. There are 20 groups of possible squad tasks you can get, which also means there are 20 groups of missions. These all give some experience, some money, and some tickets. But there is an advantage to doing these missions together with other players. There's a ticket multiplier for the amount of people you're playing with. This helps to make online missions a decent option for ticket farming. As for the objectives in those missions, you always have to fight enemies. But sometimes you can walk around and interact with your environments in between the fights. Okay, this might sound weird, but there are hidden unlockable missions, and you get them by clearing side objectives in other missions. These side objectives are usually interacting with an object on the map, defeating an optional enemy, or destroying an appendage, all of which is usually hinted at by the game. When one player in a squad unlocks a hidden mission, it will be available for all other members of the squad, however. For example, in the mission The Insect Sphere, there are 2 probes. If you examine them both in between battles, you will unlock the mission named The Awakening. These unlockable missions usually have better ticket rewards than their predecessors, so always keep an eye out for them. So, if you want to get some tickets in between the early and mid game, you can do either squad tasks or the online missions. If you're actively going for squad tasks, they can feel like more of a grind, but you can do them while you're in the middle of exploring or while you're doing some side quests. Online missions, on the other hand, usually give you more experience, more money, and they give you a chance to play with other people. For both of these methods, you should use scouts if you're not in the multiplayer, and if you're a late game player that wants the fastest way, get some level 99 scouts and blow up some enemy families. That's everything you need to know about the online in Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Here's a reminder that I have a Discord server with a whole channel devoted to the multiplayer. Make sure to join if you're looking for people to play with, or if you just want to talk about Xenoblade. Thanks for watching, this has been Maxmonado, signing out.